Hi, I'm Jacob.
And I'm Mike, and this is the Everyman's Review.
For everyone.
And everything.
And today we will be talking about Final Space.
It's a TBS series, animated series, that started up a few weeks ago.
By Olin Rogers.
And
Conan O'Brien.
And Conan O'Brien, executive producer. I think that's why TBS is who took it over.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jacob...
I recommended this show about a couple of weeks ago after seeing the trailer, and you didn't think it would be that good.
I didn't know. I held judgment.
I thought it looked really entertaining, even just based on the trailer. But you never know with shows as soon as you start watching them.
Trailers can be deceiving. Trailers can't be, but I've always been one, in full disclosure here, that I'll watch a trailer and I pretty much know.
You determine if you're going to watch it based on the trailer.
I'll know if I'll give it a chance. I'll even know usually if I like it. I'll get chills in some reviews, and I've never yet seen a movie when I've gotten chills for the trailer that I didn't like it, but that's for another day. Right now we're talking about Final Space, which for now we're going to go spoiler free. We may go into spoilers a little later, but
we'll let you know.
We'll warn everybody about that beforehand. But basically, Jake, would give some history on Olin Rogers.
Yeah, Olin Rogers, he started making YouTube videos like in 2010. From what I know, he made this show called Balloon Shop on YouTube, which is like a comedy, like live action show.
I have not seen it yet.
It's a different type of humor. It's like random and out there, and it's like...
That sounds like for me.
It's like a cult classic type of YouTube show that... And you can check it out, obviously. All the videos are still up. But it's really interesting, and you should check it out. I think every man would like it.
I will check it out eventually. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, because I do like Olin Rogers' work with this show, Final Space. He actually is the lead voice. He has multiple voices in this. He does a really good job. I never would have thought the creator of a show would be this good at the voices, but he's done a really good job with that.
But I mean, he is younger, and he is talented with the fact that he's a creative person, like
obviously,
with the YouTube, when he's making YouTube. But he had other people working with him on the YouTube shows, not just him in the show. In the Balloon Shop.
Oh, okay, yeah. He probably has other writers. But this show, the basic synopsis is, it looks like from what we've seen 3 episodes so far. I think there's 6 in the first season. There may be more.
But we're not sure on that. We'll have to.
And we're not sure if there's another season. It might be a standalone. I'm not sure.
Like a mini-series.
I hope not.
Thing,
but
right?
we'll see.
Like a mini-series?
Maybe. It could be.
I hope not.
I hope not. I'm really enjoying it. Basically, you got the main character, Gary, voiced by Olin Rogers.
His name is Gary Space.
Gary Space, I guess is his last name.
That is his last name.
Okay,
yeah.
I forgot that. But okay, Gary Space. And he's on this large ship, alone, apparently alone, only human on ship, but he's got all these other robots on the ship, and he seems to be held hostage because there's a voice...
Or prisoner.
There's a main computer voice called Hugh, who...
Reminds you of the Space Odyssey, right?
Yeah, it reminds you of 2001 Space Odyssey, the same kind of droning voice, computer voice.
It's monotonous type voice.
Yeah. And he interacts with Gary a lot. And it's basically, you get the idea that Gary did something wrong. You don't know what yet.
Well, spoilers, we know what he did.
Well, in spoilers, we'll bring it up.
Yeah.
But we don't know what he did now. At first, you don't know. He's a captive, and he has a few days left on his sentence. That's all you know at first. And then hijinks ensue at that point. Some of the other robots are actually characters on the ship as well. My personal favorite is Kevin.
That's spelled KVN.
KVN is the initials on the robot. I guess Gary just calls him Kevin. I think everyone calls him Kevin, actually. Even Hugh, I think. No, I don't think Hugh calls him anything. But
no, I don't.
I'm guessing Hugh probably stands for something too. Who knows?
Probably. We don't know yet. Maybe they'll say something.
But Kevin is hilarious. He's this little floating robot.
And everyone hates people named Kevin.
Yeah. And
it's not a great name.
There's a constant back and forth between Kevin and Gary, because Gary hates Kevin.
But at first you don't really know why he hates him.
You really still don't know why. I mean,
he is annoying. He can be annoying.
He's really annoying. He's really, like most people named Kevin are. My apologies to everyone named Kevin out there who's not. But
no one will watch a show named Kevin, right?
Well, no, they're not cool enough. That being said,
it's so funny. Like he kicks this character, and you know, at one point he actually kicks this character.
He
and just
hits the character with different objects. He'll throw things at it.
and he wishes he dies all the time, right? Remember that?
Oh yeah, he wants Kevin dead. He wants Kevin dead.
He doesn't like Kevin.
There's a
In the story, he doesn't like Kevin.
There's a refrigerator named
Beth, I think.
Beth. Yes, Beth. Who, it's just a refrigerator. He just has a name Beth on it.
And it has like sticky notes, like with eyes, and it makes it look like
it just
a
really
woman.
it just makes it really fun. It's funny.
Yeah.
Because Gary kind of get the idea Gary's lost his mind because he has no human companionship at all, and he just talks to everything. There's another robot named.
I don't know.
Oh gosh, it has it written on his forehead.
Yeah,
I can see it in my head, but I can't remember the words. But anyway, funny stuff.
Yeah.
And the robots don't talk. Only Kevin's the only one that talks, and Hugh. But basically, the story goes where Gary's out repairing the ship. We still don't know why he's the only person on this ship. It's a huge ship, but he's the only person on it. We don't know why.
Well, other than like the robots.
Well, besides
he's
robots, he's the
the
only living person or living thing on the ship. But he is out fixing the ship in space, doing like a spacewalk, and he gets hit in the face by this fluffy ball of an alien.
I think he was watching a movie. Wasn't it like
He
Princess
was
Bride
he
or
was
something?
watching a movie.
It
Yes,
was Princess
it
Bride
looked like a
reference,
Princess Bride
I think.
ripoff. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
funny. But
He got hit by this
alien,
fluffy
and
thing.
he immediately attaches to it like it's a pet. He loves this thing. It's something living that he can actually talk
And
to.
it showed this flashback. Spoiler. It's kind of a
Well,
spoiler.
we're gonna do spoilers now.
Yeah, it's kind of a spoiler, but it's a flashback of when Gary got a pet caterpillar, type thing like that, and it came in a jar and had mooncake was written.
He
on
named
the jar.
it Mooncake.
Well, I thought it had like a sticky note thing that said mooncake.
It did. That's what it was named. He named it Mooncake.
Oh yeah, he put that on there.
He named it Mooncake.
But then another spoiler.
Well,
yeah.
we're all in spoilers now. We don't have to announce spoilers anymore. We'll let you know when spoilers are over.
But anyways, it basically alluded to his father being exploded.
It looks like his father exploded in some kind of accident.
And then he cried, but because it showed Gary crying.
Yeah, shortly after
So
he was given Mooncake. So that's why he has his attachment Mooncake. Well, he names this alien Mooncake. He immediately latches onto it emotionally, like it's his best friend in the world. Like
It's also voiced by Olin Rogers.
Olin Rogers does the voice, the sounds. We should say
Yeah,
not
yeah.
really voice,
Yeah.
but the sounds this thing makes. I can't remember any examples. Do you remember any example sounds that it
like
makes?
Chukali and stuff like that.
You could actually do
It's
this.
like a Pokemon. But
It sounds like a Pokemon.
it sounds like a Pokemon. That's the
That's
best way
exact-
to explain it.
Best way to explain it. It sounds like a Pokemon. And Gary doesn't understand it, but it seems to think that Mooncake understands Gary.
Yeah.
It seems to be that way.
Because sometimes he like compliments it and stuff, and then it, like smiles,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
You find out Mooncake is actually what they call a planet killer.
Yeah.
He escaped from the evil overlord, which I don't think he has a name. If he does, I haven't heard
He
it
does,
yet.
but we have. I think he does, but we just don't remember.
I don't
I'll have to
remember.
go
It could
back.
be I don't remember. Who wants this Mooncake back as soon as possible
he's dying.
because he's
He's
dying
dying,
and he
yeah.
needs Mooncake to live. So he sends bounty hunters after it. And that's where the story starts. And it's really funny. I mean, it's funny. It's violent.
It's witty. It's funny.
It's very witty.
It has common humor that people would actually. A lot
Yeah,
of people
it's
would
not
relate
over your
to,
head
relate
humor.
to, yeah.
There's not a lot of space mumbo jumbo science
Yeah.
stuff involved.
I think anybody would really appreciate the humor that's in there.
Good action sequences, good animation. It's not like CG. It looks like hand drawn, doesn't it? I mean, I don't know.
I think it has some CGI elements. Like there was like an intro that actually had like a CGI.
Yeah, my
element
daughter.
to it. She said
she's
said
taking animation classes, so she would know. But she's seen it, but she's not here at the moment. But yeah, I mean the animation is really good. I enjoy the animation. It's not overblown, and it's not too CG.
It's not too polished.
It's not too CG to make it try to make it look too real. It looks animated. It's like Futurama type animation.
But better.
Better than Futurama, but that kind of animation.
It has that feel to it. The same type of feel.
Yeah.
Like with the humor and everything.
Yeah, with the humor.
But I think this show's really entertaining because it doesn't try to be too serious, but it has its serious moments.
It has serious moments. It actually really does. It has some almost tear-jerking moments, believe it or not, in this show.
Which you wouldn't expect, and coming from TBS, usually you just expect like
Very funny.
pure comedy. Yeah,
TBS,
TBS, very funny.
But no, it has the humor, it has emotion, it has action, it has character development. I enjoy the characters.
Stories.
We've introduced several characters. You have Gary, you have Kevin, who's a robot, so there's not much story arc to him, probably.
Other than he's hated.
But you have this...
right? Other than he's hated.
Other than he's really a pain. But you also have this character that Gary seems to have an infatuation with.
Was it Gwen or Quinn?
I think it's Gwen. I think it's Gwen.
Not Quinn?
I can't remember. It's either Quinn
Something
or
like
Gwen.
that.
Who he
It's
somehow
Gwen.
has...
It's Gwen. I remember now.
In the flashback, you see how they met, and somehow he has this connection to her, and he leaves all these video messages for her all the time.
And he pretended to be a space pilot just to try to be with her.
Yeah, and that's where the crime. That's where his crime came in.
Yeah, they caught him impersonating a space.
He did some bad stuff there, and that's why he's on the ship. Why he's alone? We still don't know why he's alone. You would think they'd have more than one person on a ship.
But we digress.
But we digress a little bit with that. There's Gwen. She is a character. She does show up and has her own little story arc that she's building as well. There's Avocado, who basically is a cat.
Bounty hunter.
Alien bounty hunter who looks like a cat.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Gary makes jokes about how he looks like a cat.
Yeah, and he says he's not a cat.
I'm not a cat. I'm some planet. I can't remember the name of it, but really funny stuff. And he has.
But his name is actually Avocado.
Yeah,
because it's cat.
I tried to say it that way.
It's like a play on word for a cat.
Yeah. He basically tries to get Mooncake back, and Gary captures him in pure luck.
Actually, didn't Gary want to play cards with him?
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. Gary ends up... He always wanted somebody to play cards with. He has these other robots on ship that he tries to get to play cards with him, but obviously they don't talk, they don't interact.
And he hates Kevin so much, he would never ask him. Right?
Kevin probably wouldn't want to. But so he's just basically playing cards with Avocado, even though Avocado's handcuffed. So they make the joke they've been playing for hours and hours or days. We don't know how long. It's just
silly.
It's funny.
Silly.
And then they make a friend pact where Gary is very naive, very innocent in that respect. Like I said, he looks for any kind of human interaction, any kind of interaction, emotional connection to something, because
he's lost his mind pretty much.
He's obviously lacking that. But they become friends, and you find out more backstory about Avocado, which is a little bit of tear-jerking section.
His son is being kidnapped.
His son is being held captive, which is why he came after Mooncake in the first place, trying to get his son released. And Gary finds out, and Gary wants to help him with that. So that's how Gary is. But part of the story arc you see is it shows scenes where Gary's floating in space with a wrecked ship around him, and
he's dying.
He's being taught. Yeah, he has Hugh keeps telling him, "You have 9 minutes to live."
Yeah.
And so it keeps counting down a little lower and lower. Every time they flash back, it comes back to that scene. So we don't know what happened yet, but we think it's a future scene. So we're looking forward to the final 3 episodes of the season to find out what actually happened.
How it ties to that.
And how he got to that point, because we don't know, and it's very interesting. That's about all I have.
What do you rate this show so far? We're actually going to do a different system. We're going to have a toe system.
I still don't like that.
It's kind of silly, but I mean...
It's really silly.
But that's the everyman way to review. Because every man has toes.
Not everybody has toes.
Some people are missing. Some people are missing. Oh. We'll edit this out then.
Anyway, we'll edit out the toes part.
That's so wrong.
Let's just go with out of 10.
1 out of 10.
How many out of 10 you'd give this?
Yeah.
I would give it 9.5. It could go to a 10, even if it finishes strong, like I'm hoping it does. For the first half of the series, I'm going to give it a 9.5. I'm just really, really enjoying it.
I'll give it a 9 because I think until everything ties together, I'm just hoping it does, because right now, to me, it's really chaotic. It has moments where it's too silly, in my opinion, where they could tone it down a little bit and tie more to the story.
I think only
because sometimes the humor is too irrelevant to the story.
I think that's because Gary is kind of childlike and innocent.
I agree with that.
And some of his humor is very childlike.
But it's not just him though; it's other characters.
I think it's mostly him. It's mostly Gary. Face it, it's mostly Gary. Everyone else has a more mature
Except Kevin.
Well, right.
But part of that's Gary too, though.
Gary.
Part of the immaturity between Kevin and Gary. Is mainly Gary.
I think Gary created it. The conflict is because
yeah.
he was something to do. I don't know. He just hates Kevin.
But it makes it that much funnier, more funny.
It makes it like he's trying. At one point, a spoiler here. He has to escape the ship because the ship's getting ready to explode, and he's running down the hall to get to the escape pod, and he passes Gary in the hallway. And yet he turns around, runs back, and kicks Kevin, and then starts running again. Like
why?
He had like 10 seconds to get to the pod, and he still does this. It just makes it
to risk his own life just to hit Kevin.
That's just so funny.
It
makes me laugh.
But anyways, that's it for the Everyman review
for everything
and everyone.
And we'll do a follow-up review on this once the series is over for anyone who's interested. And
we hope you enjoy this
hope
review
you enjoyed the
so
review.
far. And we recommend this show. And
I highly recommend it.
And that's it. Bye.